Hey, it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel for the first tutorial of 2024. Today we're covering Sabrina Carpenter's beautiful makeup. This is one of my all-time favorite looks and the makeup artist who created it is Nikki makeup. So this is the photo I'm going off of. And we're also going to be talking all about the Barbie effect, which is a very doll-like blush placement and a way to highlight your face that makes you look very doll-esque. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I love to lean into the inspo, but you can always just take pieces of this tutorial to try it out. My videos are always here to encourage you to try out different styles, see what works on you. But if I was gonna wear this out, I obviously wouldn't be rocking this blonde wig, though I do love it. And let me know what your favorite Sabrina Carpenter song is. Mine is Feather. Let's get started with this look. Popped in these super comfortable contacts. They're just slightly lighter of a blue for my eyes. And of course I have this wig on. It's feeling a little bit more like Dolly Parton than Sabrina Carpenter. I think I need to trim the bangs, though I am loving this right now. But I know I should clip these back. I've done a couple tutorials with wigs and I haven't clipped the bangs back because you can tell that it's a wig more and people have got annoyed. So let's pin and try to make this not look so bad. In a recent video, Sabrina shared that she's a big fan of the Nude Sticks Blur Primer. I thought I had it. I was gonna pull it for this video. I went to my PR box and I had a vague memory of receiving it, but I didn't. So we're just gonna go with this one because it's also great. I'm gonna be using Yenza. I was sent some of their products and I've been experimenting with them this week and I really like their skin stuff. This is the Tone Up Primer Essential Glow, a lightweight satin sheen formula that creates an invisible skin perfecting finish. It has a bit of a tint to it. My skin's pretty clear anyway, but we are gonna go full coverage. Going with one of my all-time favorite foundations, this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. I get compliments when I wear this in person, like in broad daylight, and I usually will sheer it out a little bit, but we're gonna go full coverage. I'm using it straight from the bottle. Sabrina's AMA makeup artist, Carolina Gonzalez, used Giorgio Armani for that event, and this was used as well. For brows, I'm filling in with one of my favorites. This is Winky Lux, and Winky Lux is the cutest brand. They have cat themed products. So does a brand called Paul and Joe. I just am obsessed with cats. This one is the Latte Kitten palette. I might use this one in this tutorial. We'll see. I'm winging it. Sabrina's are very full. That's definitely a key feature of hers. Taking Chai, which is a soft gold shade, and I'm gonna run this through my brow. The e.l.f. Brow Lift. I take some on the back of my hand because it's awkward to get it right in the pot. Use my spoolie, rub it in, not too much, and then style the brows. For blush, I'm trying one of Sabrina's favorite products, but first I am going to build a little bit more with the contour, really enhancing those cheekbones for this look with my go-to Rose Ink. We can go pretty bold with this because we are going to use a lot of blush, and I always underdo the blush whenever I'm doing blushy looks, so I'm going to try to really build it up. It might look crazy at the start. Attempting a Sabrina Carpenter inspired nose contour. I've never done this one. Adding some shading, but as I always say, this part is just for fun, but you can always take the eye makeup tips, the lip combo, the cheek, and make it your own. Let's try this blush. From a recent video, Sabrina mentioned she likes the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, and this applies beautifully. It looks kind of like it's a powder, but it is a cream. I'm trying to film both for YouTube and TikTok, so I keep switching back and forth. So here's me applying it straight to the face. You can see how beautifully it turns out. I'm going a little bit more intense because we are going to add concealer over top, so it will tone it down. Again, I'm trying out Yenza, and this is the Super Serum Silk Concealer. I've been loving this one. It is quite a brightening shade, so not one I would use to cover blemishes. Let's really brighten up the face, especially through the middle, looking more defined, and then we're gonna set on top with the brightening powder. And you can never go wrong with Floris's powders. They powder so beautifully. This one's brightening. And I'm not a big fan of baking, so I'm just applying a little bit, and I think it does the job. If you are finding that the blush is looking a little bit heavy on your face, you can go in with a brighter pink. This one's just from ColourPop. Take on your brush and apply up near the eye. This is kind of a Doyen technique, but it really does work in bringing in a little bit of brightness to the skin. My face is feeling a bit flat and matte, so I'm using the Milk Makeup Hydro Spray. Let's kind of melt these powders together. Ooh, they're refreshing. Can't go for the Barbie effect without a highlighter. This remains my all-time favorite highlighter. It is the Hollywood Beauty Light one in Spotlight, but I'm not going to do it too intense. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, pick up a tiny bit with my finger, and Sabrina tends to have a highlight that's right here on the face, creating like a little triangle right here. And let's do the inner corner of the eye. For eyes, I've already kind of done this step, but I'm taking Cashmere Bunny, which is basically a contour shade, and I'm fading it right into the brow from the nose bridge. It's creating a subtle contour, and the rest is going to be really brightening. We're going to use some cream shadows. I'm even using this white powder right alongside my nose. This is going to be even brighter than the lavender we've already used. Looking at Nikki Makeup's picture, I see a bright shadow. It looks like cream to me. This is Giorgio Armani shade 42. Exaggerate the crease a little bit so when you tilt your head up, you're getting more of a highlight right here. And to warm it up, more of a rose gold. This is the shade 44. Taking the rose gold under the lash line as well. And setting with a goldy champagne. Tightline the eye with a black liner pencil. And inner corner. Using your favorite liner, create a wing. Focus it more on the outer half of the eye. I prefer the look of a softer wing, so I'm going over with a matte dark shadow. Curl your lashes. I'm still going strong with my Barbie Revlon curler. And then I've been using the Milk Kush mascara. This works really well. Really fan out the lashes, and I like to tilt the inner bottom lashes inward and then the other ones outwards. I'm loving this look so far. I am gonna amp up the glam factor and use these faux mink Ardell lashes. I am gonna trim them. I'm gonna try Versatile Chestnut. This looks pretty similar. I just hope it doesn't appear too red on me. And let's overline the top. I'm gonna create a softer cupid's bow and then underline my bottom lip because mine is a bit bigger. A lot of Sabrina's lip combos to me look like rose ink. I don't think they are, but I just have a lot of shades that are kind of like this rosy tone. And this one is Grateful. It's super pretty. I'm just dabbing it on. You don't want it to be too applied. Everything's very soft. I've used this palette for forever. Like, it has been in so many videos. But anyways, you can use a little bit of a champagne highlight and dab it on the lip. She had her lip highlighted here, which kind of shows that it's overlined, but I'm just gonna do it. And finally, let's do the little gems. But first up, here is the look without, so you can get a good feel for it, because it's actually not that crazy to wear every day, maybe without the lashes. I have very shaky hands, so this is gonna be a struggle. There's nothing wrong with me that I know of, I just have shaky hands. Yeah, whenever I show like product shots, I'm like, time to add little face gems. This is by Half Magic Beauty. They make the best little face gems. 3. Oh, that worked. That one's a bit too big, but I'm gonna stick with it. Ooh, shimmer. I love Half Magic. I'm not going perfect with the placement because it's kind of just wherever it'll stick at this point, but it did go round in her crease and then kind of irregular. Her gems are a tiny bit smaller and mine kind of reflect green, which I'm loving, but hers look a little bit more clear. Wow, that's fun. I do not want to do that again though. Okay, let's go. Come on. You can also also find similar ones at ColourPop. Do not try this on your own hair. I would literally never cut my own hair, but wigs are more forgiving. Wow, I am obsessed with this look. What a fun one to start off 2024 with. Again, for the Barbie or doll effect, for the makeup after foundation, apply a blush heavily, add in a super brightening concealer over top, then go in and make sure you set with a brightening pink powder or a lavender powder. And when you finish the makeup, you have that super perfect blushing base. For finishing touches, I'm wearing the Olive & June glue on nails. I'm always wearing these. This is the classic French tips, but I prefer the medium oval shape. Those ones fit me better, but I do really like these ones as well. They just pop off a little bit more frequently. And I'm sorry I've been away a little bit at the beginning of the year. I mentioned this on my stories, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, but I got hit with seasonal depression really bad just at the beginning of January. So I took some time to kind of reformulate my day. I'm doing yoga now. I have like a little bright light, and I've been eating better, just trying to get through the winter. And I did do a little craft, and it was very therapeutic, so I wanted to share. This is my Altoids wallet. It's basically a little trinket box, and I had so much fun making this. I filmed the process and randomly uploaded it on my social media, but basically if you're not on Pinterest, you might have not seen these, but they do fit a credit card perfectly. You can also just make it like a decorative little box. It would be a really cute gift. One of you guys mentioned that when I did post it. So if you are looking for something cute and crafty to do and you don't want to get dolled up, Altoid wallet. Also, if you're a Pinterest girly, comment down below your username. I would love to follow you back. And as you can see, I have this tiny little Gucci Bloom fragrance, and Sabrina has fragrances, but they're not really around in Canada. I've looked around for them and I haven't been able to find her super cute fragrances. So let me know your opinion on them if you have tried it. I don't want to buy it without ever smelling it, but if you guys give it great reviews, then I'll have to try it out. If you enjoyed this makeup and you want to see more, you might like this pink Margot Robbie inspired Barbie makeup. Or if you're into these gems, you might really like the Sugar Plum Fairy tutorial I did, where I do have a couple gems a little less intense than this, but I really like that look as well. Hope you'll keep on watching, and I'll see you in my next one.